Tessa's Wolves, the Memoir of a Naughty Wicked Witch, by Jessica White. Narrated by Jessica White. Chapter 1. The Invitation. I unraveled myself from the warm body above when the non-stop buzzing finally woke me. Damn it. Still drunk from the previous night, I pushed myself up on the side of the bed, fighting off the bright Savannah sun in my eyes. Who the hell is ringing this time of day? My stomach turned as the world spun around me, and I cursed my way down the stairs. This better be important, asshole. While I pulled my hair back into a top knot, I glanced in the hall mirror and cringed at the woman staring back at me. Damn, you look like a bus hit you. The delivery man handed me an envelope as soon as the door opened, and was already jogging down the staircase when I lifted 2 fingers. Thank you, sir. On the way back to my room, I opened it and shook out the card embossed with gold lettering. As soon as I read it, though, I nearly vomited. Well, kiss my ass. I detoured to the bedroom at the hall's end and sat beside Halder. You're not going to believe this, but Teddy's getting married. Despite being a 1,000-year-old Viking, the perfect gentleman covered the naked stranger between us. I take it I'm not invited. After the way my brother found us on the balcony the night everything went to hell, I figured we'd never hear from him again. Afraid not. His freckled fingers combed through his blonde, bushy beard as he cleared the cigarettes and alcohol from his throat. When? Relations were strained between my brother and me, to say the least. To be honest, I'm shocked he invited me. End of the month, but I'm certain the future Mrs. Mason sent it, and I don't give a shit about her. I flung the invitation across the bed and sat beside the old man's latest conquest. She was a blonde-haired beauty, but not really my type. I like my partners a little more exotic. The crusty old brawler, who didn't appear to be a day over 30, made his way to the bathroom. Here's your brother, Tess. You have to show up. This showdown between my brother and me was at a stalemate. Neither of us would budge. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. From the other side of the bathroom door, I sensed his eyes rolling at me as he stood at the toilet. Stop being a twat and call him. The confused young woman flinched away when I flashed my smile, so I played in her hair to get her in the mood. Hello, kitten. What's your name? I shook my head, pressing my fingers to her lip on second thought. Doesn't matter. Have you ever been with a woman before? Between swishes and gargles, the old brute continued to poke at me. Don't be an ass. I raised you better. The bumpy ridges of his partner's spine tickled my fingers as I made my way down her bare back. Fine, I'll call as soon as I'm done here with Barbie. Halder walked out, wiping off his hands on a towel and threw it at me. Not this one. She doesn't do what she's doing, and I don't feel like listening to you bitch about it all day. It's complicated, but the half-naked man I'm living with is more or less my father. When my twin cut me out of his life, I spiraled out of control, and Halder was there to pick up the pieces as usual. Who am I kidding? I've been a hot mess since my parents got murdered right in front of me. If Halder wasn't around, who the hell knows what would happen to me? I don't do well alone. His throaty groan let me know I was about to get my way. Saying no to me was impossible for him. Call him and I'll let you have this one. Sighing as he shook his head, he reached for his smokes on the table. On second thought, he squinted at me between puffs. We can head down to New Orleans in a bit. We haven't seen Father Michael in a while. I grabbed my phone from the table and snickered. A witch, a Viking, and a demon-hunting angel. Sounds like the beginning of one of your terrible jokes. A dusky-skinned Adonis peeked into the room, and his eyes bounced back and forth between the 3 of us before he tilted his head to the hall. Were you coming back to bed or what? Ah, shit, I forgot about you. Last night's human entertainment was disappointing, so I waved him off with the back of my hand. No, dear, your services are no longer required. You may leave. After Halder gave her a good swat on her behind, the blonde quickly grabbed her things, disappearing with whoever the hell it was I brought home last night. The Immortal, as we called him, clicked on the television and rested his head against his arm as he lit a cigarette. Did you give them cab fare? Oops. I stared at Teddy's picture on my contacts list for a second, with my thumb at the ready. They're big kids, they can manage. The back of his finger slapped my leg. You're turning into a real bitch, Tess. My hand flew up between us as I waited for Teddy to answer. Shut up! I don't want him to hear you. Sensing his voice's holier-than-thou tone already, I rolled my eyes when he answered. Hello, stranger. A cigarette appeared before me, and I slid it from Pop's fingers. Hey, Teddy, what's up? A huff of air came through the speaker, and I envisioned him shaking his head at me. So after a year, that's it? You're going to act like nothing happened. Little clouds of smoke puffed from my lips, and Hodder swatted them away. That's a dead issue. Besides, you're the one who cut me off. I've disappointed Teddy longer than I care to admit, and I hardly blamed him for his sass. Whatever. So you are coming, aren't you? I hesitated for a second until the pointy elbow jammed into my side. I wouldn't miss it, so tell me about this chick. No one knew me as my brother did. So when his trifling ass dangled them in front of me, I should have known it was a trap. You're gonna love her. And she has twin brothers if you're looking for something to sink your teeth into. It was nearly time for my fertile season to begin, and I had no intention of spending my nights alone. Well, that depends. What do they look like? After a few clicks and a pause, his smooth voice came back. Sending it now. The message came through and every inch of my body came to attention when I opened it. God damn. Chatter in the background brought a smile to Teddy's face, and he silently chuckled into the phone. They were quite taken with your picture, too. Every man in the world except the one beside me and the one in my ear wanted some of this poo-nanny, but more on why later. No shit, Sherlock. The voices on the other end grew louder, and Teddy rushed out of the conversation. Hey, sugar, I have to run, but I want you to come down a few days early and meet the family. We were two arrogant bastards who liked to pretend we didn't need a goddamn thing from anyone. Still, all either of us really wanted was someone to cling to, a rock to hold us in place. Love you, Tess. All I had in this world was the antique Norwegian lying beside me and my brother. This last 6 months without him was the hardest thing I ever faced, and the olive branch he held out was a life jacket for this drowning soul. I love you too, Teddy Bear. See you soon. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to continue the story, you can find the next chapter right here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next installment. And if you enjoyed the story, leaving a like or a comment really helps the channel grow. If you'd like to support the book directly, you can also leave a review on Amazon. I truly appreciate it.